Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen and thank you for joining us. I'm excited to bring to you today this tasty batch of cranberry and orange muffins. Now these muffins are made with a few simple ingredients. Of course, we all got it in our home, or we can substitute something there in them. But what's so special about them? They are muffins that you can prepare the night before and bake them in the morning. So if this interests you, stick around and let's get started.
Always on open door. Bonita's kitchen to yours. Bonita's kitchen to yours.
So what we're going to do first is toss in there half a cup of melted butter. You could just pop that in the microwave and nook it, or just warm it on the stove just to melt it. Half a cup of oil. Now, I'm using canola oil, but you use the oil of choice. We also got half a cup of molasses, and the molasses I'm using here today is a fancy molasses. Again, you could use the molasses of choice. I put some oil in there to help let it come out easy. I'll scrape the rest in now in just a second. And half a cup of white granulated sugar, but you can use a sugar of choice as well. I'm just going to put down my mixer and let that mix in for a second. Alright, so we're going to be tossing in there 2 teaspoonfuls of vanilla and 2 large eggs. I'm just going to break the yolks there lightly. Just crack them, make sure there's no shells in there. That one don't want to come clear, Raymond.
No.
Wants to stay with the whisk. So
he's looking forward to a frying pan.
So you know, right? Yeah. So toss that in there. And what I got here is a can of evaporated milk, and it's 1.5 cups. You pour the full thing into the mixer, or you could use 1.5 cups of fresh milk. So now, like I was saying there at the beginning, this is the type of batter where, as young parents, or if you are retired like ourselves, and you want to Raymond have a little dance over there with the camera
behind the camera, yeah,
and you want to just make these in advance, we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'll turn this one on and mix that through. All right then, so now what we'll do, we're going to sift in there our dry ingredients. So after you got all of those wet ingredients put into your mixer, and you can do this by hand as well, you don't necessarily have to have it into a big old mixer. I got 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to toss this in my sifter, and I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm going to have to do this in stages because my sifter is small. I'm going to talk a little bit about this batter. This is 1 teaspoonful of sea salt. I'm just going to toss this in with it so we can whisk that together. 3.5 teaspoonfuls of baking powder. So now back to the batter. This is ideal for when you want to wake up in the morning and wonder what to have for breakfast. You're going to make this the night before. And this batter holds up to the test of time, of course, and you can put it in your fridge. Just a batter. I'll talk a bit about the things you add in after, and cover it with some clear wrap, and I'll show you that as well. And then in the morning, when you're ready to bake them, before you even shower, come down to your kitchen and then put it in your baking pans, put it in the oven and bake them, and they only take between 20 to 30 minutes to bake. Again, we'll talk more about that. I'm excited to bring this recipe to you because this way you got fresh muffins in the morning and you don't have to fool with this making it, just preparing it. Now I'm going to put this back on my mixer and we're going to whisk that around. After you've sifted in the dry ingredients, and if you're doing it by hand, just gradually mix it in with your wooden spoon, and then turn it on until it's all combined but not over mixed. Okay, so what I want to do here first, I want to take all of this flour down from the sides. Now, maybe you got this beautiful mixer that takes it down, but mine don't seem to reach the sides, so I usually got to manually pull it down and put it into the mixture. So I'm going to let that go again for a couple of more seconds, and then I'll tell you what else. I'll tell you what else to do. Alright, so that's all I'm going to do there. I'm going to take off my paddle and the bowl out, and then I'm going to show you what to do next. So now this is the one we did today, and I'm going to put some saran wrap over this. This is the one I put in the fridge for overnight. So there's about, I'm going to say about 14 hours now for me. I'm going to show you what that looks like, and we'll talk a bit about that. So with a piece of clear wrap, you're going to put it down into your bowl and put it all the ways down to the mixture. And what happens there, it covers the mixture, the batter, and keeps it from crusting over, having that hard crust when you take it off, and I'll show you that in a second. And putting it in the fridge overnight not only makes it convenient for you, I'll put this one over here to put in the fridge, convenient for you to bake it in the morning, it also enhances the flour, hydrates the flour, enhances the flavor and texture of this batter is what I'm trying to say. And this is the batter, and you can see it there, how smooth the texture is. Now what I'm going to do now is add in there some cranberries and about 2 tablespoonfuls of orange zest. So pretty much what you're going to do first, I got about 2 tablespoonfuls of flour here. We're going to toss it in with the cranberries and just give it a little tossing. I should have had a bigger bowl, but that's okay. I got about a cup of cranberries there, but do anywhere from a cup to 2 cups. I only got a cup of cranberries because that's exactly what I got. Only a cup of cranberries.
That's a good reason. I like the reasoning behind that.
Yeah, and I like to put in more because I like to have every bite being a cranberry. So take this then and toss into this rich batter like this. And we also go to zest in here. I'm saying 2 tablespoonfuls of zest, but the zest of a navel orange, and you can just zest all of that in there to give that delicious flavor. And that's it. Just zest that on in. Now I love the orange citrusness of this in with this mixture. Again, I'm using 2 tablespoonfuls or equal to the zest of that full navel orange. Also, if you don't have access to cranberries the morning that you're planning on having these here, you could use whatever berry you got. And I'm going to say that gracefully because I could make these anytime. The base part, the berries, you can put in blueberries, partridge berries,
whatever you got,
blackberries, whatever you got available and that you enjoy eating. So fold that in like this.
I was saying too, the smell of that orange coming back this way is just...
Isn't that lovely? But just look at the texture of this batter with it kept in there overnight, and you can tell that it hydrates it really well, and it turns it into this nice silky batter. And you're going to love these muffins, and your kids are going to love them. Early in the morning, waking up to the smell of them baking. Yum.
Good way to get the school day started, isn't it?
Yeah, nice lunch. Nice lunch or breakfast for sure. So this amount of batter should make about 24 small muffins, about these size, or, you know, a full tray of these large ones if you want them real big. But I'm going to use both of these, but they're still just going to be small. So just a scoop of the batter, 3/4 of the way up because you don't want for it to flow over. and just use your ice cream scoop and just toss it in there until you got them all full. So I got these little ones done, so I'm going to slide this over, put the big ones in, and of course I'm not going to be filling these all the ways up. Just give them a little oiling, just so they don't stick. The silicone pan don't normally stick, but mine is oilier now, and there is a chance that it may, so I always still put a little bit. So I'm using about the same much, just a scoop, so as I could make the 24 muffins. And then I'm going to tell you how long to bake them for. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to be putting these muffins in there for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes or until toothpick clean. When mine are done, I'm going to show you what they look like, and I'm going to be trying my best to keep Raymond's fingers from eating every one of them, because these are one of his favorites for sure.
And there's not too many. It's not one of my favorites.
I know, he likes a lot of those tastes of muffins.
Nothing like a good old muffin and a cup of tea in the morning.
There you go. So let's show you that when they are baked. Our cranberry orange muffins are baked. I'm going to take them out now and show you what they look like. Now, what a wonderful way to start your morning with these delicious cranberry and orange muffins. Toothpick clean, perfect. You can have some in the casing so that you can just send with your kids to school, pull the sleeve off, or you can bake them like this in your muffin tin and have, well, this is the silicone one, and have these tasty little muffins. I'm going to have one, and I'm also going to have with it today this nice tea. It's called afternoon tea, and the bags are so cool and nice, and this is from the Prince of Wales Hotel in Waterton in Alberta, the Waterton National Park. We visited there a while back, and I picked up a box, so I'm excited to have that with it. So I'm going to show you closer what our delicious muffins look like. Now I'm just going to take this tea bag out here first, toss over it to the side. Now let's get into these little muffins. They're blazing hot, of course. Just look at the texture. Now, of course, have in mind that I didn't have as many cranberries as what I would have liked to have, but you can see they stuck in there nice, and I'm sure, let me see, I had one that I didn't have very many in at all, and I think this could be the one. Probably one cranberry in that one. I'll see if I can get one that got a couple of more in it. It all depends when you scoop it up in there. But just look, how delicious is this? Oh my, just look, and how it's melting just nice. Now I'm going to have a little taste of this one, but I just pulled another muffin over here. It looks like this one might have an explosion of cranberries in there. Isn't it, do? Just look.
Yeah.
Isn't that ever lovely? I know Raymond is waiting over there, and he's very patient, you know.
I tell you, we're doing good on this side.
You know you are. More excited about having my muffin or having my cup of tea. Oh my gosh, Raymond. Drop the muffin. Delicious.
You do that to me every time. Yeah,
I know I do. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, that's quite all right.
I like to be able to, again, pass these muffins into my camera, give them to my viewers out there. Our viewers would love them. The nice sour taste of those cranberries, the molasses texture through these muffins, and like you said again, because the flour was well hydrated through the night, 24 hours, 12 to 24 hours, whatever is best for you, and then all of that freshness added in there with that hint of orange as well. Yum. 2 thumbs up. I hope you guys get to make these, because again, this is a winner. Your kids are going to love it. You use the berries. That is your favorite. Oh my gosh, that is delicious. I'm going to leave the recipe posted in under this link. You can also, again, send us a message at bonitakitchen@gmail.com. We'd love to share it with you if you can't find it. We'll also share it with you on our website, www.bonitaskitchen.com. And again, it gives you step by step on how we made these today and how we made all of our recipes in there, and it gives you just a little more detail and pictures.
And one more little quick thing to add in there, Bonita. If they take a picture, like a photo of what they've made, like these buns and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
If they want to send them to me once a month, usually I try to get all the pictures in a little slideshow of viewers, pictures of the month and stuff like that.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's this recipe or any of our recipes, and I think we got 470 to date up there, probably even more. You can send a picture to us. We'd love to get it, and thank you as well for doing that in advance. I'm going to show you on the bottom of these as well. Leave them out for a little bit onto the tray to cool before you go storing them or whatever, or just leave them in your muffin tin and let you and your kids just enjoy every one of them. As well, those slideshows Raymond was telling you about, we shared them on our Facebook page, and that's at Bonita's Kitchen, and you as well could visit there, and we usually put a little bit more detail of things we're doing, live streaming, or up and coming recipes. We usually showcase them there. So I'm not going to rattle on anymore. We know your time is precious, and we're going to thank each and every one of you today for spending a little bit of it with us here. On behalf of myself, Raymond, and our team, and from our kitchen to yours, thank you for joining us, and you have a wonderful day.
And Raymond can't wait to get a couple of those little buns with a cup of that tea on this side.
And I'm going to...
Well deserved.
2 thumbs up. I'm going to pack you one, Raymond.
Okie dokie. 1 second. It's a long.
There
Okay,
you go.
perfect. Thank you.
All good.
Join us by the sea. A journey in culinary. Always an open door. Bonita's Kitchen to yours. Bonita's Kitchen.